Right now on the CBS3 News at 10, it's been almost 1 year since Jackie Defoe and her children were murdered. How you can help memorialize her. Plus, many states around the country are beginning to ease up on coronavirus restrictions, while health experts are still saying we should not let our guard down. And new Minnesota vaccination data shows a discrepancy between communities of color and white Minnesotans when it comes to getting vaccinated.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm John Cardinale, and thanks for joining us. Kristen is off tonight. This weekend marks 1 year since Jackie Defoe, her toddler, and unborn child were murdered on the Fond du Lac Reservation. In October, Sheldon Thompson was indicted by a grand jury on murder charges, but his trial still hasn't happened. While friends and family wait to see justice done, CBS3's Kendall Jarbo reports on new efforts to memorialize Defoe and cope with her loss.
Jackie and Baby were two beautiful souls. They were always laughing and smiling. They were always together.
In March 2020, Jackie Defoe, her toddler, and unborn child were murdered on the Fond du Lac Reservation. 1 year later, Tammy Sumi still grieves the loss of her child and grandchild.
And I miss her so much. I miss them every day.
Deb Holman has supported her friend through the pain of the past year.
All I've seen from Tammy all year is, besides just the sadness, is strength and like wanting justice for Jackie and to make this part of her purpose.
Now, the two are raising money to buy a headstone for Defoe and her son Kevin's gravesite.
Tammy has picked out a stone and has a photograph that it would be a picture of Jackie and baby Kevin etched into the stone.
I think there's a couple bears on the bottom because she was a mama bear.
Sumi says the headstone would help remember Defoe and her son as they deserve. But it's still a ways to go before they'll see justice done.
It's kind of frustrating because it's going to take a long time to get to justice. That's the thing I'm having the hardest time with. I have no control over it.
Justice for Jackie!
While she's forced to wait, Sumi says this headstone is the last thing she can do for her daughter and grandson.
I love her so much. I miss her every day.
The headstone will cost $8,000, and tonight we heard a government group will help cover part of the cost. Holman is also looking for more ideas on how to raise money for it, and we have a link to the GoFundMe page on our website if you'd like to donate it, and that's at cbs3duluth.com. An investigation is underway after fire damaged an apartment building in Virginia. This is what was left behind tonight on 6th Street South. Officials tell us the fire broke out along an exterior wall around 5 this evening. Several departments responded and quickly put it out. No one was hurt and no one was displaced. The cause is still unclear, but an investigator tells us it's not suspicious. The Duluth Police Department has named its new deputy chief. Steve Strasek has decades of experience working in law enforcement in Duluth, Cloquet, and the Twin Cities. He'll now lead the DPD's patrol. The City Council recently approved adding a third deputy chief. Police spokespeople hope it improves organization and focus in each department. Shifting gears now, we're going to check in with Dave. And Dave, it seems like the common theme around here lately has been nice weather, and I think we're going to continue that.
Yeah, we're going to hammer that theme into the ground over the next 4 days or so before it finally starts thinking about changing. The current situation, we see that the sky is on the clear side, not too many clouds around because yet another high pressure cell is keeping us dry and warm tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and maybe most of Tuesday. Finally, by Tuesday night, that low you see to the west could bring us a chance for some showers, starting as rain showers because it is going to be very warm over the next several days, including our short-term forecast saying that even though it may get brisk into the teens overnight tonight, we perk back up into the lower 40s for Saturday afternoon with sunshine. The normal's around 30. And I think by Sunday afternoon, we might be seeing 50 in a few towns. And if we keep looking at our thermometers, we'll keep seeing 50s until Tuesday. So if that rain comes Tuesday night, will that send temperatures back down to normal? I'll let you know which way those will go with our 7-day forecast in just a few more minutes.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Dave. As new coronavirus infections and deaths level off, a number of states are actually easing restrictions, while health officials warn that could prompt a new spike in cases. And lawmakers on Capitol Hill are battling into the night over President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
The sound of a gutter ball can be heard once again in New York City, and movie theater projectors are rolling as the nation's largest city eases more COVID-19 restrictions.
I'm just so tired of sitting on my sofa and streaming movies, so I'm out of the house.
On Friday, Arizona joined Texas, Mississippi, and Connecticut in announcing plans this week to cut restrictions.
We have seen this movie before. When prevention measures like mask mandates are rolled back, cases go up.
In a new study, CDC scientists say there's evidence that masks lead to fewer infections and deaths, while reopening restaurants increases them. Dr. Anthony Fauci warned that the recent leveling off of cases also brings concern.
That plateau is about 60 to 70,000 cases a day. When you have that much of viral activity in a plateau, it almost invariably means that you are at risk for another spike.
The Senate Friday entered its hours-long so-called vote-a-rama on President Biden's $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan.
The American people are reaching out to us, and they're saying we are hurting.
Senate Democrats tackled hurdles over a key element, unemployment benefits.
There is some bipartisanship, we believe, to change the bill, but apparently that's an unpardonable sin on the other side.
Under an agreement said to be accepted by West Virginia moderate Joe Manchin, who was a holdout throughout the day, Democrats will now offer an amendment to extend enhanced benefits through early September at $300 a week. A final vote on the 628-page bill is expected sometime over the weekend.
Almost 29 million Americans have been infected by the coronavirus so far, according to Johns Hopkins University. Wisconsin health officials predict every adult who wants a COVID vaccine will get one by midsummer. The Department of Health Services Deputy Secretary said yesterday they expect that to be possible by June or July. She also said the state is only a couple of months away from the other side of the pandemic. The 7-day positivity rate in Wisconsin remained under 2.5% Thursday. Health experts in Wisconsin have identified another COVID variant in the state. Labs detected the so-called South African variant on March 4th, and it spreads more quickly and easily than the original coronavirus strain. It's the second variant to arrive in Wisconsin. You'll remember labs identified the UK variant back in January. New Minnesota vaccination data shows a discrepancy between communities of color and white Minnesotans when it comes to getting vaccinated. Caroline Cummings explains why Tim Walz and the Minnesota Department of Health say this new information will help vaccine distribution.
So this was just fielded yesterday.
Yes. The Minnesota Vikings training facility is part of the state's game plan to ramp up vaccinations. The newly approved single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine poised to significantly speed up the timeline. More than 13,000 Minnesotans 65 and older will get their shots here over the next several days as the state tries to meet a goal of 70% of them vaccinated by the end of the month.
It's going to be your turn faster than we thought because of these vaccines coming in.
Yes. But so far, communities of color have largely been sidelined in the process. The state on Friday for the first time broke down racial and ethnic data showing that it's largely been only white Minnesotans who have had their shots at a rate even greater than their representation in the state population.
First of all, we focused first and foremost in the healthcare professions that tend to be predominantly white. Now, that's another social issue we can talk about. And then 65 and above, because of healthcare inequities in the first place, there are a lot more white folks that live over 65 than there are communities of color. So yes, I'm concerned.
The Department of Health says it will distribute doses to community clinics and pharmacies and stand up mobile clinics to help bridge gaps. Wall said Friday there will also be flexibility with state guidelines for communities of color.
The fact of the matter is, a 55-year-old person in a community of color, in some cases because of their underlying health conditions, is at a greater risk than a 65-year-old white person who doesn't have those.
And vaccines at the Viking training facility should wrap up early next week. The governor says there are no plans to put up more sites at other pro sports stadiums. St. Louis County has launched a new phone line to help seniors register for their vaccination appointments. Officials hope this tool will make it easier for those who don't have access to a computer. And anyone 65 or older who does not have a medical provider can call the Public Health COVID-19 vaccine scheduling line at 218-726-2623. And you can also find that number right now on your screen and on our website. Callers are answered Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And according to public health leaders, more than 63% of the county's senior population have now received at least one dose of the vaccine. Still to come on live local CBS 3, why some are asking to change the name of Moccasin Mike Road in Wisconsin.
You know, with this warm spell around, we've been so focused on talking about high temperatures, we've been ignoring the lows. Normal low is 13, and even though we've been getting into the teens last couple of mornings, we're still warmer than normal. And boy, will it be warmer than normal this weekend. We'll show you today's low temps and the upcoming week's high temps and our next rain chance in just a couple more minutes.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
You meet a lot of wonderful people.
My favorite thing is I get to work with great people, a lot of different personalities, and I get to have a lot of fun with them.
Join our team of supportive and creative individuals. Visit trilliumservice.com or call today to set up an interview.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLFinancial.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. It's time to welcome the new year with the bath of your dreams. With our Say Goodbye to 2020 sale, we're offering 20% off labor, 20% off material, and no interest, no payment, and zero down until 2022. All of our products are backed with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and a lifetime warranty. For a free estimate, call us today or visit us online at bathplanet.com. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
It's snow removal season, and there's never been a better time to get into a John Deere compact utility tractor from Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, the local leader for the world's best tractors. Unbeatable financing, like 0% for 60 months, and additional cash savings up to $2,500. Let us get you into the right John Deere today. Get a $500 bonus when you trade in your competitor, and get more done in a John Deere. Visit any one of our Northland locations or learn more at northlandlawnsport.com.
At Miners National Bank of Eveleth, we know it takes knowledge, dedication, and teamwork to be the home loan experts. With over 115 years and 4 family generations, we have proven we have the experience to be the best in the business. For your first or next home loan, call the experts you can trust at Miners National Bank. Their teamwork is unmatched, and they will bump out any rough spots along the way. Make your house a home with Miners National Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Local news and local weather here on CBS 3.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
So we promised to talk about low temperatures. Now keep in mind the normal low this time of year is 13. How did we fare? You know, daytime highs have been a lot warmer than normal. And for the most part, the morning lows have been 2. One exception, Watersmeet at 12, undercut it by a degree. But even Ely and Hibbing at 14 beat the normal by a degree. And it really gets fairly toasty down by Hinckley with wake-up temperatures around 21. So as the next couple of days unfold, yeah, the daytime highs will be warm and get warmer by Sunday. And the overnight low temps will stay at least a couple of hairs warmer than normal as well. And frankly, in the next 7 days, I don't see any drastic breaks from the warm spell. We might spike in the 50s, even mid-50s on Tuesday, but by Wednesday, when we fall back again, we'll fall into the 40s. So we're going to stay 10 degrees warmer than normal at least. Current temp, airport, 25. Wind is calm, relative humidity is 63%, and the air pressure is holding high, steady on the high side there at 30.4 inches of mercury. Again, same old story we've been telling all week. Big cells of high pressure covering much of the United States. Current temps and waters may have already dipped down to 14, but we're still looking at 20s in Wisconsin and mostly 20s in Minnesota, though Ely and Silver Bay have dipped down into the teens as well. And I do think low temps by tomorrow morning will be in the teens for most towns, hovering at least a little bit above the normal of 13. Hovering around our sky right now, a couple of clouds here and there over towards the upper peninsula, and some of them trying to sneak their way into northern Minnesota, but they're thin, they're patchy, they don't last long. The high pressure is going a long way and keeping the sky clear. And the high pressure systems allowing in extra solar radiation during the days help pump our temperatures up. Their circulation brings in southerly winds as well, and high pressure sinks, and sinking air heats up at the tune of 5.5 degrees per 1,000 feet. So all of that combined to give us warmer than normal temperatures, which will stick with us through the weekend into Monday and most of Tuesday. But our next rain chance, and I am going to call for rain because it will still be warm, comes Tuesday night into Wednesday. Once our high pressure systems budge a little bit, these lows that have been bottlenecking off to the west will start to advance towards our area. And boy, this image looks awfully impressive here, but really, it's a 30 to 60% chance for a rain-snow mix Tuesday night and Wednesday, and accumulations may not be that much. These lows may actually take a bit of a drive to the south rather than come right through our area. But since it's been dry for a while, this is the first chance and the best chance we've had in a bit. Tonight in Minnesota, there's the low temps from 15 to 19, partly cloudy sky. Partly cloudy for Wisconsin and the UP with low temps there, 13 to 18. Tomorrow, warm and sunny. Wisconsin, Michigan, highs 40 to 45. Minnesota highs about 36 by the lake to 38 to 45 inland with sunshine. And sunshine, it's tempered a little bit on Sunday with a few more clouds, but we go close to 50. And we crack 50 on Monday, and we go towards 54 or so Tuesday. John, that may be a day where we set some fresh temperature records here. And that's also the evening where we start to finally get a precip chance. Only a 30% shot late Tuesday, 60% chance on Wednesday, and if that doesn't pay off, it already goes back towards sunshine and 40s by next Thursday.
I'll tell you what, Dave, after those record lows or that whatever you want to call it back in February, I'm happy we might have a record high in our near future.
A turnabout being fair play, as they say.
That's right. Thank you very much, Dave. Wisconsin Point is a beautiful stretch of land and a popular place to take in the sights and sounds of Lake Superior. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it's rich in Native American history. As CBS3's Natalie Grant found, that history is behind a push to change the name of the road leading out to the point.
Well, my family's been living out here or they did live out here, for a couple of 100 years.
Before the sandy beaches and hiking trails, Wisconsin Point was home to the Fond du Lac tribe.
There was a school out here. There was a fire hall out here.
A satellite village used to occupy the end of the point, but was moved many years ago. Now, descendants of the original people who occupied the land are asking the city to better represent the point's history by changing the name of the road that leads out to it.
It's kind of a recognition that we were here and that we still are.
According to Bob Miller, who's a descendant of the Osage heritage, Moccasin Mike was not an indigenous man, rather the nickname given to a local politician.
One of the things that they had back then to try and build up support in the Native community was they would take nicknames. Moccasin Mike was his nickname.
Now, Miller and his family want a new name for the road and want it to be a collaborative decision.
It needs to be decided on by all the stakeholders, the city government, the city councilors, the families that were out here. I think it should be something that we can all agree on.
And while nothing has been decided yet, Miller says a change like this could benefit everyone.
Social change is difficult. And it always will be. And in this time period right now, it's really a time to sit down and reflect before these changes come in.
And before the name change can happen, it must go through city committees before landing in front of the city council. Superior City Councilor Jenny Van Sickle has shown her support for the change. In a statement, she said the change will be an educational and healing process and that it's the city's responsibility to build a stronger relationship with the First Nations. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, a while ago, many folks were worried about losing their jobs. Find out why their jobs are safe. Coming up next.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You have to weigh yourself every morning, and when you just see the pound go off every morning, it just keeps you going.
Step on the scale and you see the weight that you lost, and you're like, oh, this is so easy. Why didn't I do this before?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
It's okay to be a little overprotective.
Seriously?
After all, it's how we feel about our customers. Western National Insurance.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe,
it's great to know Access North has partnered with the Minnesota Department of Health to be a covert community coordinator.
Please help us protect people with disabilities and other vulnerable Minnesotans of all ages from COVID-19.
Contact Access North Center for Independent Living, your local COVID community coordinator resource for people with disabilities.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips' new Glenwood and White cabinets. Enjoy freedom and flexibility with your own movable island today. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
Is your money still saving the hard way? Bucket your money and save for what matters most with Ally Smart Savings Tools for all things money.
Thank you for calling Ally.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Being overweight may lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, a weakened immune system, and can make COVID-19 even more risky. At Healthy Systems USA, get your free weight loss consultation from the comfort of your own home. Call or go to HealthySystemsUSA.com.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
Don't let the weather ruin your day.
Covered by a winter storm watch.
Dave Anderson, Caitlin Moffitt, and Peter Kavitkauskas. The CBS3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms. Dave.
Link Rec is having a huge free indoor heated boat show. Save over $7,000.
Last summer, the Minnesota State Corrections Department announced a budget shortfall, and that deficit would have forced the Willow River and Togo prison locations to close, and that would have left many without a job. But after community outreach and a proposed dock budget, the two locations will be staying open. But local lawmakers are hoping a proposed bill will bring the Togo facility more opportunities. State Representative Bob Eklund says they are proposing a pilot project between the Boys Fort Reservation and Togo Prison to house the reservation's inmates and provide other rehab services. Eklund says it could help the dock and reservation and keep jobs in the area.
What would have happened on a lot of these, they would either had to decide whether they were going to retire, look for something that paid less, probably without the benefits that they were getting, so that puts another burden on society, or they were going to move.
Right now, the dollar amount for the pilot project is to be determined. Eklund said Representative Julie Sandstedt played a large role in creating the bill for the pilot program. Coming up in sports, the UW Superior men's hockey team wrapped up their regular season this evening, looking to go into the postseason with a win. Ryan Campos in next with the highlights.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
Even if you don't smoke, smoking-related illnesses cost you $593 every year. See how much we're all missing at missingitmn.org.
There is nothing that we want more than students learning together safely.
And we only get to do that if we can all get through this together with everybody safe and healthy.
We can do this.
We can do this.
Everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in terms of news, no matter what happens in news, weather is always constant, weather is always changing as well. So it's still an important role as the meteorologist to kind of still stay grounded and to kind of just know that role and what to take and kind of just make sure you're delivering what's the most important for your viewers. But then also I like to touch base on the national things. All of those news stories also tie in with weather stories because they do go kind of hand in hand.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Fire threatens everything in its path. When it threatens our communities, we respond. We bring the fight to the front line. The Army National Guard stands ready because sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. We will always be there when our community needs us the most. Find out more about serving your community part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. More truth, more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Be a little bit brave. Don't ever be afraid to.
We've got a couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen?
There is some positive breaking news.
We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
On Wednesday, the UW Superior men's hockey team jumped up to 4th place in the WIAC standings with a win over UW Stout. Tonight, they had another crack at the Blue Devils and a chance to climb even higher. Their regular season finale before the playoffs start on Monday. First period, Superior carrying the momentum. David Kaplan with his inner Kirill Kaprizov wraps around the net and scores to put Superior up early. In the second, Stout fighting back. Great pass from Logan Nelson to an open Stephen Mordini, who puts it top shelf, tie hockey game. Just 20 seconds later, pass from behind the net to Colton Bates. Squeaks it past to put Superior back on top. They had 2 more in the third. Huge win for Superior tonight, 4-1. It was also the regular season finale for the UW Superior women. They welcomed in UW Stevens Point. First period, Jackets getting plenty of chances. Jordan Swingle throws one in front, goes off Jada LeBlanc's knee. Her first goal as a Yellow Jacket makes it 1-0. Things change in the second because of this play. Puck somehow gets to Annika Horman. She ties the game up at 1. After that, UWS just couldn't get anything going through. Olivia Schultz had some kind of night. 40 saves, including that grade A chance from Avery Schwark. The Jackets couldn't stay out of the box either. They took 7 penalties, and the Pointers took advantage. Nicole Newberger somehow finds a window. Stevens Point wins it 3-1. Because of COVID-19, the Minnesota Wild are playing teams within their division this season. A new division this year for the Wild to make travel easier for teams within it. However, a first happened tonight. The Wild met with the Coyotes for the first time this season in Game 21. Wild looking to get back in the win column after 2 against Vegas. In the first, right off the faceoff, Kirill Kaprizov finds Max Zuccarello with the snipe, and just like that, it's 1-0 Wild. Still on the first, shot from the point from Brad Hunt squeaks by Antti Ranta. His first goal of the season makes it 2-0. A minute later, Kaprizov shines once again, finding Nick Bukestad to extend the Wild lead in the third. Wild on top of the Yotes 4-1. It's almost battle time for the UMD men's hockey team. They're on the road against in-state rival St. Cloud State for second place in the NCHC and a more favorable draw when the tournament starts March 12th. Tomorrow's game rescheduled from last weekend so that the teams wouldn't have almost 2 weeks off. It's one of the biggest games on the conference slate this weekend. The Bulldogs will have to beat the Huskies in regulation to secure the number 2 seed. Following last weekend's performance, head coach Scott Sandelin knows the boys will be ready.
The fun part about this game is that there's some meaning here. You know what? We're both playing for seeding, and we both want to finish in second. And you want to finish the year on a good note. So it's not like it's a meaningless game. If we were already set with where we're all going to finish, there'll be meaning, but there's more on the line.
We're just 3 months away from the Northwoods League opening day here in Duluth. That would mark the end of nearly 2 years without Huskies baseball. After they sat out last summer due to the pandemic, they're planning on returning this season. They've already scheduled their start date May 31st. That isn't the case for every team. The Thunder Bay Border Cats announced earlier today that they are canceling their 2021 season. They cited the current uncertainty around the U.S.-Canadian border situation, as well as the current outdoor gathering restrictions in the city of Thunder Bay. Huskies were scheduled to play the Border Cats 9 times this summer. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Ask your doctor about screening options.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get up to $5,000 in total savings on the all-new 2021 F-150, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood Oak Cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
Our schools provide so much more than just learning support.
The school year didn't start out the way that we wanted it to, but who's to say it won't be better at the end?
We need to slow the spread so our economy has a chance to recover.
So our kids can be in school and be on the ice.
And we can keep our friends and families safe. For our students and teachers.
For our essential workers.
For the people you love.
Thank you for doing your part. Go Hunters!
By hook or by crook, after 30 years or so, I've become the longest-serving broadcast meteorologist here in this market. I've been an on and off part of it since 1986. We have a higher quotient of people who grew up in this area, lived the weather all their lives, know what's supposed to happen for each specific time of the year around here. CBS3 Live and Local, we try to live up to that, and I'm hoping people will like what they see and tell all their friends, of course.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and Men's Wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
And before we get out here tonight, a milestone day for NASA's Perseverance rover. It took its first spin on Mars on Thursday. There it is on your screen, traveling more than 21 feet. The test drive lasted about 33 minutes. It propelled forward, turned in place to the left, and then backed up into a new temporary parking space. One of NASA's engineers says the rover's 6-wheel drive responded superbly. Perseverance will spend 2 years roaming Mars, searching for signs of ancient life. Once the rover begins pursuing its science goals, regular commutes of more than 600 feet or more are expected. Well, do we think they'll find signs of ancient life? What do you think?
I think no.
I don't know. I don't think they'll be finding ancient life. Maybe they'll prove us all wrong, though.
That's a good point. All right, quick look at this week's forecast. Warm, at least through Tuesday.
Warm, warm, warm. And that'll do it for tonight. That's the news for now.